Let's not joke. Peter Obi will be rigged out again in 2027 unless we do some things. There's work to be done. And I'm not talking about campaign. There are millions of Nigerians who already know the value of Peter Obi. Forget all of the propaganda that is out there trying to give a dog a bad name so they can hang it. Nigerians know the truth. Nigerians know the quality and the character and the competence of Peter Obi. And they will vote for him any day. The only problem, as we saw in 2023, was rigging. That is the only problem. Will he be able to overcome in 2027 and be sworn in as the next president of Nigeria? The answer to that is simple. If we do what is necessary. Many of us are putting in a lot of work. We are putting in a lot of advocacy. We're trying to put in and destroy all the propaganda against Peter Obi. And it is commendable. I respect it personally, and I know that many Nigerians respect that many of you are putting in the work. But at the end of the day, success can only be measured if Peter Obi is sitting in Aso Rock as the next president of Nigeria. That is the only success I want. And that is the only success Nigerians deserve and demand. Anything short of that, I am not interested. So the question again I put to you is this. With the way Nigeria is right now, with the way INEC is, with the way the security agencies are behaving, with the way the judiciary is, the security situation in the country, the way the political parties are structured, if election were to be conducted today, can Peter Obi win? And then fast forward to 2027, I ask the same question again. Can Peter Obi win? The answer to that, a simple one, is yes. And in fact, many Nigerians will answer yes. But then they will put a caveat. But they will not give it to him. That was the answer many of us gave in 2023. Yes, Peter Obi can win, but they will not give it to him. Yes, Peter Obi can win, but they will not swear him in. Yes, Peter Obi will win, but they will rig him out. Peter Obi will win if the election is free and fair, but the elections cannot be free and fair because Tinubu is planning to write election. These are the answers that many Nigerians are giving. And I'm not talking about supporters of Peter Obi now. I'm talking about patriotic Nigerians out there. Because of the level of propaganda that has been pushed to paint Tinubu as a rigger of election. In fact, a master rigger. It's a propaganda. Tinubu is only as strong as INEC is allowed to be manipulated. If INEC cannot be manipulated, Tinubu is as weak as any Nigerian candidate. Weak. So how can we make sure that Peter Obi will not be rigged out again in 2027? I don't want to sit here and be doing videos to be complaining in 2027. No. I want to do videos to be celebrating that Peter Obi is going to be sworn in after the elections of February. in May 29, 2027. That's what I want to be doing. Celebratory videos. And that is why I am looking ahead and I am seeing the danger signs and I'm calling your attention to it. Don't play Tinubu's game of distraction, engaging in fruitless talks that will distract from taking the fruitful action that will guarantee Peter Obi as the next president of Nigeria. Don't play Tinubu's game. They are all distractions. Without free and fair election, Peter Obi will be rigged out. So the task, the job, the work that you and I have as patriotic Nigerians is, how do we ensure, how do we guarantee that the election of 2027 is free and fair? Many people have their eyes fixed on electoral reforms, and I commend that. But the electoral reform is just plan A, even if we get it. And I'm not saying we cannot get it. Even if they give us electoral reforms by some miracle, I still cannot trust INEC. Maybe you can. I am not as strong as you. I still don't trust INEC. Not to come up with some kind of glitch that will still rig the election in favor of their preferred candidates. So, what can we do? They say they will rig the election of 2027. Yes. Oh, in fact, they say they have written results. Yes. But we go give them fire. We go popo them. So if they are pushing the narrative that they have rigged the election of 2027, what are Nigerians supposed to do? Give up and let them stroll into Aso Rock to continue their term in 2027, to let them stroll? No. We have options that we can try. And we will try them. No matter how difficult or how insurmountable the problems may be, no matter how difficult the options may be, we will try them. And we must try them. If not, Peter Obi will be rigged out again and will be out crying, complaining, oh, Peter Obi is not able to defend his votes. How is he supposed to defend the votes? When the levers of power are already in the wrong hands, in the hands of people that are ready to shoot, to kill. I don't want to complain in 2027. I want to win. When Peter Obi wins, Nigeria wins. Imagine the only politician in Nigeria, I don't even call him a politician, I call him a leader that has had the benefit of being in office and did not steal government money. Even other governors were mocking him that they chop money, they steal money, they loot, they use white elephant project to siphon public funds into private pockets. So they were bragging about it and mocking Peter Obi for it. If there is no reason at all for you as a Nigerian to support Peter Obi, this reason, is one of the reasons that people like me are pulling our weight behind Peter Obi. No other is it a Tinubu? Is it an Atiku? Which one? Which one? Then you have somebody in the person of Peter Obi who decided to leave money behind. Who decided to invest, to create wealth, instead of just coming up with some scheme like the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Railway to siphon public funds into private pockets while using government money or government name to collect the loan to do the job. If a new Nigeria is what we seek, we need people like Peter Obi, if not for anything. Even if Peter Obi will not make things better, for the sake of sending a message to corrupt politicians out there that the people have woken up, if not for any reason, for that reason. We need somebody like Peter Obi. And the only way he gets to be sworn in is for us to prevent rigging. We must prevent rigging. How do we prevent rigging? I've told you it's beyond electoral reforms. We have to take certain steps and actions as citizens of Nigeria. Political party reforms, citizens' election monitoring, de-weaponization of poverty to prevent vote selling and vote buying, and prevent voter apathy, de-weaponization of impunity, and de-weaponization of political parties. We need to engage in these solutions. Details are in the description. But the most critical one that I am begging you, if you are still watching this video, I am begging you, is to volunteer as a polling unit marshal. The link is in the description. We need 600,000 polling unit marshal. 600,000 polling unit marshal. 3 polling unit marshals per polling unit. And each of the polling unit marshal does not know the next 2 polling unit marshal in a particular polling unit. And why is this that we need polling unit marshals? We have a real-time election results transmission, collation, and display application. We call it Vote Vision. We have another version called Election Guard. And this application requires volunteers at the polling units to enter the results in triplicates. In triplicates. That's why we need 3 polling unit marshal volunteers per polling unit. And once they enter it from the polling unit, bam, the result is propagated to the ward level collation center, to the state local government level collation center, to the state level collation center, to the national level collation center, and Nigerians will be seeing it in real time. So where INEC deviates, we will see it and point it out immediately. And with the next solution, which is evidence gathering, calm guard, we will have the evidence to back it up, such that the judiciary will have no choice but to defend truth. Such that we won't need to depend on INEC for evidence to defeat INEC in court. Such that we will be the ones singing and dancing in victory, and the riggers or planned riggers will be the ones going to court. We can make it happen. But it starts with you being a volunteer. It's free to volunteer. Absolutely free. Volunteer. The link is in the description. Please, volunteer. If you want free and fair elections in Nigeria, come 2027. We need Peter Obi. And if you love Peter Obi, now is the time for you to work for him. By the time it is 2027, it is already too late. Now is the time, the perfect time to prevent rigging. We have to put structures in place to do what? To prevent rigging. Very, very important. Don't allow yourself to be distracted with the distraction propaganda that is on. Speak truth to power. Expose their lies. But know that that is not enough. More needs to be done. And it's Project Eagle. And coincidentally, electoral reform is one of the 7 action steps of Project Eagle. But what we're saying is, it is not enough. You need the other 6. And you can be a part of it. What are you going to do? Click the link in the description and join. Start by volunteering. Let's take it up from there. Let's show these people that Nigerians have woken up, that Nigerians can indeed send them packing.